Hey everybody, welcome back to PixelJunkies.
Hey there.
We are playing this game.
And this game will be Prey.
2017.
Yep. I don't know. Oh, you're using your jetpack there.
Yeah, so it's giving me a prompt for this platform. I think there's something I gotta do up there.
That's a useless jetpack.
Is it?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you,
You're right.
Can you, like, cloud hop? But all that does is, like, slow your fall. It doesn't have any upward thrust at all. It's kind of fucking garbage.
Alright, let's run.
Nope. There's gotta be another way to get to it than this. Let's say, can you get up on that box that's up there and then jump from that? There you go. Perfect. Now, I don't know if you need anything up here, but whatever.
Workshop. I need Dr. Calvin's cabin. Can you look up where Dr. Calvin's cabin is?
A cabin? Yeah. There's a workshop there.
Yeah, but it said Dr. Calvin's cabin.
Can you not toggle through the legend?
Level 2.
There's different floors.
I'm sure it's later on in the game. We just haven't found it yet. Oh, fuck. Why are you alive? What? Why? No!
I got another dude. More
Prepare
buddy
to be
mans.
clod hopped.
More buddy mans are back.
Oh, good. That's an ammo. Fuck.
Dang it, Bobby.
Is this is a long game, right?
Probably.
Oh,
I think Roy said it was like 12 hours or something. Well, the next game that we're doing, I'm playing. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
We quit this. I'm playing this.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Oh, that's about. Oh, he did some like Jet Li getting back onto his feet. Move.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take. Oh man, he came apart. Nice. The turbo seam in the floor there. So I don't know what to talk about. Kind of.
I don't know, fucking pick a topic.
Well, I've already run through all my notes, my script, from the previous episodes.
Script.
Yeah. So what are you playing these days? Adam, what games are you into?
I'm currently playing through Rage 2, and I'm a bit disappointed by it.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Because it's not very good. It's very generic. I don't like the writing at all. The gunplay is good, don't get me wrong. Like, it feels as good as, like, something like Doom or something. The weapons are all nice and meaty, and they got good sound design.
Hey, isn't Rage in the same universe as Doom?
Oh, please. I don't know, actually. I don't...
What's the name of the company in Doom?
Oh, fuck.
There's some, like, mining company on Mars or something
Yeah,
like
and
that.
I think it's called the EGA, isn't it?
I guess I can look it up. But I'm pretty sure that there's, like, a sign for that company. Like, I think they own gas stations in Rage. I'm just getting a lot of videos of people who are mad at gas stations.
Just look up the company in Rage. Or in Doom. The reason I'm not a huge fan of it is because the writing is really terrible. It's very stereotypical. Like, there's at the beginning of the game, you're running around. Like, the game begins with like somebody talking about like the authority is coming. I'm like, who the fuck are they? Like, at no point do they set up like what their motivations are. At least in Halo 2, they set up that the Covenant wants to wipe out humanity for religious reasons. We don't even get that with the Authority. I have no idea what they want. They're like, humanity is a stain, or we're the genetic destiny of humanity. And I'm like, I get fair enough, I guess, but like, can you give me a little bit more to work with there? Maybe?
I mean, they established them a little bit in the first game.
Yeah, but I didn't play the first game. Nobody did, because it was a piece of shit.
Oh. I mean, I finished it.
Oh, I don't like this.
See, that was why I was wondering if there was any continuity between them, because of the UAC.
Oh, it's the UAC, right.
I believe they show up in...
This is some big fucking thing, isn't it? Yep. God damn it. Oh, Jesus.
I think it's Moxon.
Oh my god, there's so many of them. Fuck. Oh, I'm gonna die. Yeah, obviously. I'm getting fucking... Oh, yoy.
It's one of those companies.
Yeah, and so anyway, I didn't.
Well, I mean, you can't. You know, that's why I was wondering if there was continuity because
there is continuity between the games, from what I'm told. Again, the
then I could
gameplay is fine,
understand
but
it.
there's no reason for. I feel like there's no reason for me to go out and explore the world because it's like generic Borderlands, generic Mad Max. There's just like there's no. It's not self-referential enough and cheeky enough.
Is it open world? It is open world, right?
It is.
Is it like proper open world, or is it like segmented, like a hub world and then levels that branch off from it?
Yeah. It is a proper open world. Can't really pay attention right now because I'm getting my ass kicked by this thing. Fucking save me from this game.
Yeah, the first one was pseudo open world. It had like the hub areas and then like levels that branched off from it, which is okay, but I find those games to be aggravating because not being proper open world just means there's lots of invisible walls, and it's annoying when you can't go a specific direction.
Can you fucking go away? Oh fuck, here he comes.
Do you have any goo cannons or whatever?
I do, they're not working. Oh good, he turned around.
Gotta goo him again.
Aaron, shut up!
Oh, I gotcha.
Plus there's fucking 2 of them.
Oh, there's a 2 of them?
Yeah, I'm bumping the difficulty down because I can't fucking stand this anymore.
Is it on? Oh, there you go. I always find that funny in games where people like, oh, you gotta play it on hard mode. But then, as you play through the game, the concept of mini games is to be more powerful and make the game easier as you go along. So, like, if the idea is to make the game easier by playing it, why not just make it easier when you have the option to? In some cases, in some cases, I feel like hard difficulty is warranted. Like if you're playing a game for the second time, or you know, something else, going for an achievement, or you just like the challenge of it. I totally understand that. But straight up, first run through a game, playing it on Nightmare, fuck that.
Yeah, I agree.
So how's Sam Riegel's performance? Because he plays our not voiceless hero this time.
I don't know, pretty good.
I know.
Does a pretty good job at that. Fucking die, you fucking asshole.
Do you have any, like, guns? Or is that...
I have this with 9 ammo.
Let's see how much damage that does to him on bled mode or whatever. Are they able to move even though you're...
Nothing. It does nothing.
It did almost half damage. What's that other gun do? Oh, that's that Nerf thing. It'd be sweet if they gave you like a real fucking weapon in this fucking game.
I can't get out of the way. I can't hit him with anything except my thing, so I gotta get up in this fucking face, and I don't have anything to kill him with. What the fuck does the game want? And he's right where I gotta go.
Can you like lure him away?
With what? I suppose I could use those fucking darts.
Maybe that's what they're for. I was just gonna say like aggro him and then run away. Unless he's faster than you, I don't know.
I mean, he is. I mean, look at that. Yeah, that's exactly what I gotta do. I gotta use the fucking dart to lure him away. Fuck me.
I fucking hate stealth in games.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I just...
Is this quick save?
Yeah. Fuck.
So I hate fucking stealth in some games. It's just so fucking stupid. It doesn't work. It doesn't follow its own goddamn rules. For some stupid ass reason.
Oh, he found me. Oh, he actually can't get me here. Oh, yes, he can. He can just blast the glass.
Broke the window.
Go away!
Right, run away. There you go.
Can I lock this door? No? Okay.
There you go. That's how you do it. Just run away. The all survival games where they give you fucking 9 bullets for a whole
sake.
damn game.
God fucking damn this fucking game. It's gonna be a real short part of this episode. Activate. Deploy! Help me! God damn! This might be the worst game I've ever played.
But you also play Half-Life.
Yeah, that's true. That one was also really bad. It's better if you're a PC master, because you can appreciate how shit the game is. Surprise!
Did that actually do damage?
No. Oh!
Holy fuck.
Ow.
Alright, well, you're down here now. I don't know if you were supposed to come down here, but here we is. Why are there like fucking sonic booms coming out of everything that you touch?
So, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, for fuck's
there he is.
sake! Help!
There he is.
Turret, help me!
Corner yourself. Turn into a cop or something.
Oh, there's two of them!
And they totally fucked your turret. Alright, sweet.
We're done here.
What the fuck are you supposed to do with this? Oh, this isn't even close to an episode. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Leave me alone! I'm trying to do something!
It's like teleported to you. There's something we're missing here. There's gotta be.
Maybe Todd Howard needs to get off his fucking ass and make a good game. When was the last good game out of Bethesda? Was it Doom? It was probably Doom.
Well, I mean, they published it. That's all. Like the last good game Bethesda made.
Or just out of their studio.
Skyrim, I guess.
So Bethesda hasn't been good since Skyrim. That's good to know.
Well, I don't know. Fallout 4 wasn't bad. It wasn't, it wasn't the best. But I'd say it was decent. So Fallout 4, I guess, actually. Use the quick save, Luke.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is...
And that's how Luke blew up the Death Star in one shot, because he quick saved.
Fucking quick save.
And just kept reloading until he got it.
Alright, now, okay, it's there. Oh, it comes down the stairs. Okay.
Even though he can fucking teleport to you like a bitch.
Yeah. Come here. Oh!
Man, he hauling anus, though.
Turrets, help me!
You're gonna knock them over in one hit. Oh, Jesus. Hide behind that corner.
Did I get him?
Oh, did you get... Please don't have that shit kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Save again. Fucking Christ almighty. Did we finally get past that? Did we finally kill those two fucking pieces of garbage? Oh.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Does your health regen on its own, or do you need
No, I gotta pick up fucking... I think I got a health pack, though, somewhere here.
See, I don't know. I think the ideal health in a game is that it comes back on its own, but you can, like, supplement that with health packs.
I can't wait for there to be another one of those fucking things in here, now that I'm out of ammo and shit. I hate games like this where... Well, it's just not for me, but, like, super resource-scarce games. Like...
Yeah, I'm not massive on this either, I'm honest. It's kind of what my issue was with Metro. It's like, you have this game... You have this shooter game about killing these apocalyptic creatures, and you have all these guns and weapons and all these big-ass set pieces, except, here's the kicker, there's 8 bullets in the whole game.
Yeah.
It's like, alright, well,
why
am I supposed to run through the whole game or something? Just keep on running?
Yeah.
It's a fun time. Thanks for giving me an AK-47 with 2 bullets in it. They have real fun shooting.
My favorite thing about this game is the enemies are getting harder, and I can't fucking do a sausage about it. Oh, for fuck!
Is the difficulty still saved, or was that changed when you reloaded? Fuck me. Why do they have so much health now? Why are there so many of them? If you're gonna, just gotta be like shit you're missing or something. Weapons you're not getting or some nonsense. I don't know why they'd have all of a sudden shitloads of enemies and no weapons to deal with them.
What is the difficulty on here? Normal.
I guess when you died and reloaded, it went back to normal. It's like quick save again. Pro strats right here. Watch Adam the sausage facey. Gonna tear up teeth. I don't know.
Why am I the sausage facey?
You said something about seeing sausages.
Nothing can survive, including you. I know
that's good.
Now, here's the secret to this base or whatever that you forgot about in case, in case I die killing Thanos. I love you 3000. Anyway, here I'm gonna whip off my pants and just jill it out. Would you ever do that?
What do I?
Make a video of yourself beating off,
Yeah.
So that
Told you wouldn't
future you with no memory can watch it. Just like in
No.
Paycheck, which we referenced earlier in this series.
No,
'Cause this is a
I
perfect
wouldn't do
movie.
that, if I'm honest. Alright, I can't wait for all the enemies to respond.
I bet you were inside one of those looking glasses the whole time. Oh man, it's January Jones, and you got an achievement.
Oh, January. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, January Jones. You like January Jones?
Yeah, she's alright.
Yeah. She's very pretty. God damn it. She was great in Mad Men, too.
Alright, well, now I gotta blow up this fucking station.
I haven't really seen her in much else, if I'm honest.
So I gotta go to some. I gotta get 2 keys.
Also,
My
why
brother
is
has
January
one.
Jones a flying
I
espresso
have the
machine?
other one. The other one was destroyed. But I can go get one out of a deep storage facility, which is, you know, is gonna be fucking crawling with bad guys. What an ugly fuck family.
Jesus
That
Christ.
guy's got fucking like.
Why do you have, like, who's the...
He's got fucking what, gout or something. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, the guy in the back is... Oh, fuck me, man. What is going on with this? Like, cyberpunk Matrix shooting shit around?
Yeah, exactly. Who has this shitty office?
I kind of like that.
Guest
Bianca
and volunteer
Goodwin.
liaison.
I don't know. I like nooks. I like little tiny spaces. I could use this, even though it's not a tiny space at all, really.
Yeah, we know somebody else who likes nooks.
Oh yeah. Well, I just mean in reality, I like small spaces.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're partial to small spaces.
I can take them or leave them. I'm not really bothered by one way or another. Okay, now for every monster in the fucking game to come crawling at my anus. I should probably quick save here. All right.
They were coming out of your anus the whole time.
Oh man,
What a character arc that is. Usually they're coming in your anus.
we're hitting the bottom of the barrel for content.
I ran out of subjects, and every time I mention something, do you get all spicy about the fucking anus monsters in this game? And for some reason, January Jones is an espresso machine that can fly. Like Repulsor, Iron Man's on it or whatever. I don't know. Rage 2 is awful. Prey 2 is awful. I don't know what else fucking Bethesda's working on. Fallout 76 is dead.
Hacking 2. How many do I got? I got
So is
5
Todd
of
and
these.
Pete.
Physician.
Did the Romeo and
Effectiveness of
Juliet
medkits
thing.
to 150%. That's pretty good.
Did you hear that Grumpy Cat died?
Really?
Yeah.
Why would you?
The one thing that I can say to Adam that like pulls him completely out of the game.
Oh, please don't tell me this isn't a fucking escort mission now.
You gotta escort the flying espresso machine. Anyway, apparently Tard was 7 years old and died due to complications with a UTI.
Oh, that's
So
apparently he was a very sweet cat.
I think it's a she. I don't know. I guess we could talk about Game of Thrones or the Star Wars trailer because we only really talked about that briefly.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Hopefully, who's directing this one?
Star Wars? J.J. Abrams is doing it. Or did it, or is done shooting now. I don't know. I mean, I'm curious to see what they do with it. I mean, I really feel like there's not much to pull back from in this trilogy. Like, Rey is kind of OP. Finn is a token black guy
Who does nothing.
who does literally nothing other than waste an hour of my time watching Last Jedi. Same with the other minority, Rose. And it's that's not.
He wasn't like that in the first one though. This is the problem with the writing. Like,
Well,
fuck
yeah,
me.
and I remember like when they were shooting Last Jedi, they were talking about how they went back and rewrote the script a bit to include them more. So from that perspective, that's where the whole Canto Bite scene came from. It had nothing to do with the original movie, and I'm sure that's the only reason that part of the movie exists. Like, if they hadn't done rewrites, those two characters wouldn't have been in the movie at all. And
That's good.
in my opinion, probably would have been a better movie. Not because I dislike those characters. I don't know that Rose is particularly interesting. She doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the potential to be good characters. They just do different stuff with them instead of what they did.
And
or
again, that's the
nothing.
problem with the writing and I think the directing, because that movie, the biggest villain of that movie wasn't fucking Snoke. It was fucking the writing.
Ryan Johnson, yeah.
God damn
he
it!
wrote and
Did he
directed.
write it?
I think he wrote and directed it, yeah. I believe so.
Just can you look that up for me?
Otherwise,
Because fuck me, that was such a poorly written piece of shit.
Let's ask Siri. Who wrote the script for The Last Jedi?
The Last Jedi was written by Ryan Johnson.
Okay.
Yep. So he wrote it.
All right. What did he do before that movie?
A bunch of shitty indie movies, I think.
It's a good thing he handled Star Wars then. Goodbye. So there's fall damage in this game.
What did you last say?
I think when I entered into this room.
Apparently the Game of Thrones writers are working with him now on something. So I don't know if that's the prequel series for Game of Thrones, or
oh my god, just get all the bad writers in Hollywood together to make something.
Or if oh, he did Looper as well. I forgot about that. No, that's another shitty movie.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The Brothers Bloom
Wait.
and Brick. And he's working on Knives Out, whatever the hell that is. But I think there's a rumor that the Game of Thrones writers wanted to wrap up Season 8 quickly so they could move on to a Star Wars project. So...
Can you come through this door?
Maybe they're working on something with Ryan Johnson.
That would be the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard of in my life.
Because we've already...
Come here! Come into the room!
He's already proven himself not to be able to fucking make a Star Wars movie, so... I mean, that's not entirely fair. Parts of Last Jedi are great. A lot of it is not.
Can you just not leave?
It's just... It's the camping AI there, it's great. And he just fucks off. Sweet. And shoots at your lifeless body.
Yeah, I hate enemies that do that, just to add insult to injury. Fucking Ryan Johnson in the game. Can you imagine 8 years... Or 8 seasons, 10 years, or well, how long have they been doing in Game of Thrones?
2011. I mean, so I guess they're probably working on it like 2010.
Yeah, so like
years.
almost 10 years of making this TV show, this epic TV show. Like 10, so much time and effort, and the writers fuck off at the last minute to do Star Wars. I like Star Wars, but I mean, Jesus.
I don't know if that's true, but. It may be the case. I don't know. Some
Open up.
Clever platforming there.
Yes.
It's an enemy, but it's like it reminds me of playing Alien Isolation.
You just get to the exit.
Enemy friggin' coming up behind you at Mach speed, and you just disappear into a fast travel screen. Like, where the fuck do you go?
That'd be the dumbest fucking reason why Game of Thrones Season 8 isn't as good. And it isn't as good. I don't care what anybody says. Game of Thrones Season 8 is not as good.
See,
I don't think it's quite as bad as what everybody is like saying, because everyone's like, this is the worst thing ever.
No, and it's not bad. I don't think it's bad.
No, but it's not up to... Game of Thrones was excellent.
But the problem
and it's just not up to that level anymore.
I could totally see them having shot episodes that were like 2 hours long to give us all of those character moments, and maybe the episode should have been 2 hours long. I don't know if that was a point of contention with HBO or not, but all I know is that the episodes that we were given, of pretty much all of them, there's only one that's less than an hour.
Yeah.
Most of them are an hour to 20 minutes. And almost all of it is like they're hammering through stuff as quick as they can.
Yeah.
Which is what everybody's hating, but the episode is still an hour and 20 minutes long.
Yeah, but at the same time, if it's an hour and 20 minutes long and you're still hammering through stuff, maybe don't end it at Season 8. Maybe draw out stuff.
And they could have done more episodes, but do you think, like the Bells, Daenerys' attack on King's Landing.
It's been like 8 weeks.
If that had been 2 episodes, I feel like a lot of the tension, a lot of the momentum would have been lost.
That's not what I'm saying. Not that the Bells themselves, like that act of her burning down the city, that was brilliant. I love that. Don't get me wrong. It was the build up to that moment. She went from in season like 6 and 7 to being like mostly happy person. Every now and again you get that hint of Targaryen madness, but nothing too major.
I disagree.
What?
She killed the Tarleys. She killed all those people in Marine. She burnt those witches and all the people inside that fucking place.
Yeah, but everybody that she killed, except for the Tullys, everybody that she killed was an asshole. Was like kind of deserving of it.
the show like intentionally gives you the perspective that they are asshole. Like.
Yeah, because they're slavers and stuff.
Yeah, but
it just
that's
it started
everybody.
dropping but it just stopped dropping the pretense very quickly, and I felt like a little bit more buildup was needed. And not only that, nobody really tried to stop her from doing any of that. And I don't mean when she's on the dragon about to torch the city. I mean right before. Fuck.
'Cause I guess they assumed she was gonna do what they said. Like Tyrion has had bad judgment the whole last couple of seasons, and you know, for himself and for kind of falling into a crack and kind of unintentionally betraying Daenerys. Jon went behind her back and betrayed her and like gave away that information, the secret, like literally a secret that relinquishes her of her grasp on the throne. Like all of her power has been taken away by Jon, the one person that's left alive that she loves. Two of her advisors, one of them was literally conspiring against her so that Jon could be the rightful heir. And the other one was like almost there with him, like really wants Jon to be the rightful heir, but knows Daenerys kind of has earned it and Jon doesn't want it. And on the other side of it, Jorah dies, like the one person kind of grounding her to reality.
Everything's so poorly paced, it just feels like rushed. Like Tyrion goes from being her advisor and being really good friends with Varys to betraying him. It just seems very quickly because there's not a lot of the spacing of and I know that's how it happens, and they couldn't really space it out longer unless they had more episodes. But maybe they should have had more episodes. Daenerys says to Jon, "They don't love me here." Not like they do or I forget what the exact quote is, but it's something to that effect. And then Jon just says, "I love you," or whatever the fuck he says. And at no point does he ever make the suggestion, well, they don't know you. That's why they don't love you. Let's get them to know you.
I thought that's literally what he said.
Yeah, but then he doesn't say to them, let's give them a chance to get them to know you. So instead of her fucking off to
They kind of did, though. Like, I feel like their intention was, like, they didn't know Daenerys was going to go insane. Like,
obviously not.
The intention was, like, give them a chance, and then, because they're at that, like, tactician's table or whatever, to be like, you know, let it be known that Daenerys, the Stormborn, gave Cersei and her people a chance at peace, and Cersei was the one who made the decision to take that away. And
why is this game fucking me with fucking enemies?
I almost got him. No. Oh.
Fuck. God damn this game. And look, I'm out of health kits. I have 4 health. Fuck me.
Outside.
What if she had gone through and tried to, not free slaves, but forgive debts and free prisoners and like right wrongs, the kind of thing that she's tried to do in Essos, but it didn't. But it doesn't work because the people in Westeros, for whatever reason, don't trust her, or it comes off as wrong. So by the time she gets down to King's Landing, she's made the situation worse because her madness is starting to tick in, and it's just making the situation worse.
Yeah, like that's just the irony of it, and the tragedy of it, I guess, is that like she does go to King's Landing reluctantly to negotiate peace, but then Cersei fucking kills Missandei and says "fuck you" to.
Yeah, but she wasn't really negotiating peace when she said, "Let them know."
No, she absolutely was looking for an excuse to fucking fuck the whole place up. And as soon as they killed Missandei, it's like, all right, that's it. You just fucked up, bitch. So like that was the last straw for Daenerys. That wasn't the beginning of it. That was the last straw.
Yeah, and again, that was a good moment, and that seriously definitely fucked up. And I'm saying that she. Again, well, first off, nothing justifies burning a city of innocent people. Let's get that out of the way. But
well, I mean, you're not gonna justify like a villainous action.
No,
that's just who she is.
And what I'm saying is, I'm fine with her turning into a villain. I just think it was handled really, really poorly. How the fuck do I get? Oh, I gotta go down to that fucking hole.
I mean, we can end off. I just wanted to say that like we've had 8 seasons of. I guess even the first 6 seasons were kind of slow. The pace slow. They have a lot of different character moments and build-ups.
And then it just seems like it ramps up. And I know like that's like...
And it does. And I like that we...
for fuck's sake.
Oh, jeez, there's a lot of buddies. I like that we get like big payoffs now to all those things.
And yeah, fair enough.
My issue is that the payoffs are kind of too fast.
Yeah.
That like Jaime and Cersei, like they say like 2 words together. And the Hound and Arya, it's just like... It kind of makes Arya seem a little weak when... She's just like, oh man, thank you, even though the reason I came here was to kill Cersei. Yeah. And yes, obviously, Arya didn't expect King's Landing to literally fucking crumble around her while she was going after Cersei.
Yeah.
But, you know, at the same time, it's kind of like you said when you were leaving you didn't plan on coming back. I guess maybe faced with death, she decided against it, but it just a lot of the moments felt like they're fine. You could take those same moments and make them fine. You just need to flesh them out with a bit more like.
Yeah,
you need more exposition to like. This is why the character decided to do this. I think the season is fine in that regard, except for maybe the Night King being clued up a little too soon. I feel like he should have been involved with like everything going on at the very end.
Yeah, but I agree. He was kind of tossed aside. A lot of the stuff that they were foreshadowing, people talk about, Daenerys's turn to madness was foreshadowed. They foreshadowed, and I know Game of Thrones is a series that is built on subverting traditional fantasy tropes, and I think that's a very good thing because it's good writing. But at the same time, Game of Thrones has also been clever with its subversion of those tropes. And so having Jon do literally fuck all. Jon is the most useless character in this 8th season. What the fuck does he do? He doesn't fight anybody really in the Battle of Winterfell. Yeah, but he fails epically. Yeah, but he doesn't get to fight anybody. He fights like a couple of dead guys.
No, he's riding Rhaegal and he's trying to fight the Night King, but Rhaegal ends up getting fucking torn to shreds and he gets grounded. So then he tries to fight the Night King and
that fucking fails.
And he fails at that because he can't get to him.
He fails to fight. He fails to get Daenerys to listen to him. And again, like all of these things, I understand why this needs to happen for the plot to progress. I still would have had him had a bit more. I would have preferred for him to have a bit more kind of agency in the battle. So have him fight the Night King, and as the Night King's about to like overpower and kill him, Arya comes out of nowhere and like and is able to backstab him or something. I felt like that would have been a bit
I like
better.
the idea of like Jon hasn't really changed as a character at all from the beginning, and I like that about him. He's a grounded good guy. He does everything for the right reasons, even if there's like negative consequences. So I like the idea of the one like purely good character in the show still using those same motives to like, attain their goal, but losing all control in the process. Like,
and I get
everything Jon does this season, he's completely out of control and he has no idea what to do.
And I absolutely get that. Don't get me wrong, and that's really interesting character writing. But the problem is it doesn't for me anyway, it doesn't come across like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
in the show, it comes across with it as just him having no agency. There is a very fine line between a character not being able to achieve anything because they literally have no way forward, and a character not doing anything because they just feel useless. And Jon definitely feels useless as opposed to trying his best and failing anyway because of his like Jon. The reason Jon is failing is because he's sticking with his moral guns, whatever the consequences, and he wants to be a good person, whatever that means to him. And people are dying because of it. That's a good character. I'm not arguing that, but that's not how it's being presented to me.
Well, that's kind of why I'm hoping, and because the show's long over at this point, but it's not for us.
Yeah.
I'm hoping in the finale that's going to be sort of the turn. Jon's going to have to make a decision that he wouldn't make.
Yes, and that would be interesting.
Like he'll have to make the call on like letting Arya kill Daenerys or something. To be the rightful ruler. I like the idea of history being like circular, and that like you see where history went, and you have all these corrupt rulers and the world is garbage, and you have all these like new figures that prop up like Jon and Daenerys, and it's like, okay, we're gonna fix the world, we're gonna gain our rightful rule of the world, and we're gonna fix it. And then the show is their journey to the top, and then when you're at the top looking down, you realize that you're just as corrupt now as everybody else was when you were at the bottom.
Yeah.
I like that, like the asymmetrical style, like the way that's presented, because shows and movies don't really do that. They're just kind of, it's like a hero's journey, and then the hero wins at the end of the day, and that's it. Like, I like the idea of it just being an inevitable path of humanity.
Yeah, and I like that, but I don't know, it just I like the idea of Jon being the one good king, Like, because, I mean, they've had Westeros. I mean, there have been good kings in history, good rulers.
Yeah.
They're rare, but I like the idea that Westeros has had a shitty king and ruler for a long time. And especially the last, 20 years, since Robert Baratheon, since Aegon Targaryen, they've had a long string of terrible rulers.
Anyway, we're like super over time.
Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, it's a good show that you can have discussions about it.
And I'm not saying this season is bad. It's just not as good as it where it used to be, and I'm very critical of it because the quality of the show was so high, and it was such a good show that I think it's deserved of very harsh criticism when it's not up to those standards anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like what I was saying is like that we've had so many seasons of the show explaining literally everything and like taking us along on every step of the journey that now, when you're getting to these big payoff moments and you're spending literally an hour and a half trying to get through all of them. Yes, you could have more episodes, whatever. But because you have some of these big payoff moments and you're skipping so much time in between, like, you see them on a boat for 2 seconds and then they're at King's Landing, or, the dragon is now all of a sudden in the north. Like, I feel like because we've had that established time scale of how the world works, that now in the 8th season, we don't need that. We know that nothing interesting happened or eventful happened in that amount of time. And you can kind of fill in the blanks with, like, we know what this character meant, and this is what they did. You don't really need to give us, like, 10 lines of dialogue when you can say it in 3 words.
I guess, but and I do agree that, but I think the increase of the pacing, I mean, it does show...
It is jarring.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's great, but I'm saying that, like, as a viewer who, like, understands the scale of the world now, I can kind of wrap my head around, like, as kind of poorly as it's been handled, I can still wrap my head around what the intent is.
Yes, I suppose, but intent is not, in my head, not good enough.
Anyway, we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
I'm sure the finale was the best episode of all time.
Yeah. Can we end? Because I'm tired of playing this. I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
Anyway, there's your Game of Thrones rant.
All right.
Got some dialogue at this episode. Just like Game of Thrones, we're way over time. All right. Well, we'll see you next time for another episode of this.
Bye.
Goodbye.